Reconciliation, it's been pointed out that Republicans passed bills, including the Bush tax cuts, under reconciliation, and you voted for these bills under reconciliation, but now you've kind of led the hue and cry saying that if reconciliation passes the health care bill, it'll destroy the Senate. What's the difference?
Well, there's a real difference. Tax bills actually are budget bills. They actually can be covered by reconciliation.
Wasn't Medicare and Medicaid and other extensions when they passed by?
Let's take some illustrations. The two that they really use are welfare.
This right on the elevator because
That's okay. We'll do it right here. The two that they really use are welfare reform. That passed with 78 votes. It was a huge bipartisan vote. Then you take the chip bill. That passed with 85 bipartisan votes. There's a real difference. Neither of those were huge bills. Now, admittedly, they probably shouldn't have been brought up on reconciliation, but they had huge bipartisan support. This does not have any bipartisan support. And this bill is $2.5 trillion.
The second Bush tax cuts required a vote from Dick Cheney to pass. And from what I understand about reconciliation, it's got to reduce the deficit. That increased the deficit.
No, it doesn't have to just reduce the deficit. If it applies, many people make the argument that tax cuts reduce the deficit. And I think I can make a pretty good case that over time really does work. So it really does belong in reconciliation. But, all I can say is this. When the Medicare Modernization Act came out, somebody said you should put that through on reconciliation. It was a huge social bill. We said no. Reconciliation should not be used for that. And in the case of the tax cut that you're talking about, it did pass by like a 51-49 vote, something like that. But the fact of the matter is it was only $350 billion compared to $2.5 trillion here. I mean, either way, even if you didn't think that fit in the reconciliation package, which it did, this one does not. This is huge social legislation that should not pass by a mere 51-vote margin. And 20 hours of debate. I mean, come on, that's just crazy.
Senator, thank you very much.